beautiful people. So today I'm going to do a short video. This one is by request. Someone asked me to conduct a video talking about the difference between an acknowledgement and a jurat. So I'm going to do my own rendition. I hope this helps. I'm going to try to explain it as simply as I can, but most importantly, y'all gonna forgive my little Caribbean accent. I get tongue-tied with a lot of American words, but so one of the things that I want to talk about is the legality. Like, does notarizing a document make it legal? That's important to know, right? So let's get started. Also, if you see me kind of slowing down, it's because I have my little notes here. I don't want to forget anything and I want to stay on track. So let's get started. So we're familiar with the phrase notarizing a document, right? Or notarizing a paper. So it's generally the signature, that not the document itself that you're attesting to. So California makes this exceptionally clear, right? That to members of the public, requiring that you put a notation above all the notarial certificates that explain that the notarization only verifies the identity of the signer, not the accuracy or the legality of the document that you are notarizing. That's very important, and this is generally the case in every state except Louisiana. In Louisiana, notaries are trained legal practitioners, and every often they certify to the contents of a document. Now, the notary's certificate names that the person appeared before him or her, and that they're saying that, yes, I'm free willingly signing this document. That's what an acknowledgement is. To put it in the most layman terms, an acknowledgement is you, the notary, are acknowledging that this person is who they say they are. You have properly identified them, and they are free willingly signing that document in your presence. That is what an acknowledgement is. A jurat, it's a French word, and pretty much it means that you're taking an oath. I always give my clients the option. I always say, do you want to conduct an oath or an affirmation? Pretty much is the same thing. The difference though, and I go immediately to explaining, ma'am, sir, would you like to conduct an oath or an affirmation? Pretty much what you're doing is, if you conduct an oath, you swear to God to the truthfulness of what you're about to sign. If you conduct an affirmation, you're giving your own word, saying, I give my word that this is true. That is the difference. The majority of the time, this is going to be entertaining for you. I find it entertaining. Every time I ask that question, most of the time, 99% of the time, they're going to say, oh, it doesn't matter. Well, for me, the notary, it does, because that's going to get notated in my notary log. So I'm like, yes, I know it doesn't matter, but unfortunately for this purpose, it does. I need to notate which one you chose. So do you rather swear to God, or do you rather give your own word? And then they'll make a choice, and I let them see me putting the client chose to conduct an oath or an affirmation, right? So you should not just simply sign your name and fix your seal on a piece of paper. I have seen people do that even at banks. That is not a proper notarization. Whenever somebody brings you a document and you're not sure what it is that they need, you ask them, do you need an acknowledgement or a jurat? Do not make the assumption for them. Do not automatically go whipping out that jurat or that acknowledgement. Ask them. And if they don't know, you are not to make the decision for them. You need to tell them, I need to know which type of document do you need. You could tell them what the difference is. An acknowledgement is where you're free willingly signing this document in my presence, and I'm affirming to that. A jurat is where you're taking an oath to the truthfulness of what you're signing. So there's a slight difference. If you're not sure, I highly recommend you reaching out to the person who gave you this document and ask them, is this a jurat or an acknowledgement? They have to decide. If they can't, don't be afraid to let people walk. Educate them. And usually when they call you on the phone to make an appointment, talk about that to them so that they don't get caught up at the last minute, you showing up at their home and wasting unnecessary trip and them having to pay you for gas and mileage unnecessarily. Talk about these things over the phone when they call you. Do you need an acknowledgement? What type of form is it? Is it an acknowledgement, a jurat? Do you have different forms that need to be notarized, acknowledgement and jurats? If you're not sure, reach out to the title company or whoever gave them that document and get it clarified. Do not just put your seal on a paper. If they bring you a piece of paper with some information and you know, and they've told you if it's an acknowledgement or a jurat, take out that form. Have you extra acknowledgements. If you're not sure what type of acknowledgement to get, play it safe and order you some all-purpose acknowledgements. An all-purpose acknowledgement serves for anything, okay? I've ordered mine from the NNA and they're called individual acknowledgements. They've worked for me up to now. But so either individual acknowledgement or all-purpose acknowledgement, tomato, tomato. You're safe with either one. But always, always, always keep extra ones in your notary bag and attach it and staple it to the document. And put on their documents, say see attached for acknowledgement or jurat, for seal and notarization, and you attach it. Make sure that all blank lines are filled. If they are not, and you don't have to fill anything there, or somebody else's name go there and that person is not present, you will put NA, okay? Whoever else needs to have that document notarized needs to have it notarized on their own. If they're not present, you do not notarize it in their name. So put NA in that spot, okay? So like I said, an acknowledgement is a declaration by a signer saying that they're free willingly signing the document and that they have executed a document freely and voluntarily. I always give the same disclaimer to all of my clients before they conduct an oath, or I ask them, do you swear, do you affirm that, do you swear to God, do you affirm that to the truthfulness of the documents, that you are aware of what you're about to sign and that no one is forcing you to sign these documents, that you're doing it free willingly. Those are the three questions I always ask, and then they'll say I swear to God or I affirm. All right, so you should always reflect the date, whatever date is on the document. You don't have to change the date on the document, but the date that you sign the document has to be the day that they are present in front of you. Do not alter the date. Do not ever backdate a document. That is illegal, and you could lose your license, and no one is worth you losing your license. You let them know, hey, if they need you to put the same date, no ma'am, no sir, I'm not allowed to do that. That is not legal. I have to put the date that you were present before me. And on your notary log, the more information you put on your notary log, because you're going to forget with all the people you notarize, the more information you put on your notary log, the more you'll remember, and cover your butt. Because if you ever have to go to court or somebody tries to sue you, you know what you wrote in your notary log. That's to cover your assets, okay? So put the document was dated this day. I signed it on, the client presented the document to me on, the date that you notarized it. The client conducted an oath or an affirmation. The more notes, the better, right? So that's as far as that. So list, okay. Now, an oath or an affirmation, I already told you what that is. That's where they're swearing to the documents. Again, always refer to your own state laws. Go to the county commissioner's website and look up stuff, call them. I personally, I'm a National Notary Association member. I call the NNA and I'm like, look, I'm not sure of the legality of this document. I'm not quite understanding it. And I will call the NNA. That's what I'm paying for my membership for. They have an NNA hotline. I will put the number in the comments so you can have it. If you're an NNA member, that is a part of what you're paying for the hotline if you need help from somebody. And so far, I haven't had no problems from them. They're very helpful, very sweet. As I said, most notaries are very nice human beings. I've met some special cases, which I'm not going to sit here because I could go on with the story, but I don't want to dog anybody's reputation, because I feel like whatever you are, you're going to make your bed and lie in it, and people are going to start seeing you for what you really are. We're going to leave that one there. Most of the notaries I've met are very beautiful human beings, very helpful. They helped me, like when I wasn't sure what fees to charge and just certain questions, and they were very kind to answer my questions. And I've met many notaries that I now have beautiful relationships with, and network with other notaries, because if you're not sure, they might know, they might have more experience than you, or you can help each other out, or they might need somebody that calls them to notarize a document, and if that notary is closer to them, why not give them the business and show some love? And they may do the same. You could say, hey, you know, if you have somebody close to me, send them my way. If I have them close to you, I'll send them your way. I'll call you and let you know. At least that's the way I operate. Again, it's all about how you view life, how you view energy, money, business, and just loving people overall. And so far, with me helping other people out, I am not hurting for anything. I'm comfortable with the way I'm running my business, and it works for me. It works for me, and it helps me to keep my vibrations high. Even though today I've had a kind of low vibrational day, but I always have to go and encourage myself and speak positivity back to myself and release that negative energy, because I can't keep that on me all day long. It's just not healthy for you. So don't let anybody, like my saying goes, don't let anyone yuck your yum, okay? Because you're very yummy. All right, so let's continue. If you believe that a document is false or illegal, you do not have to notarize that document. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't notarize it if you know it's a false document. And remember, just because you're not notarizing a document does not make it legal. The only thing that you're doing as a notary is saying, yes, this is the person signing the document, or this person is witnessing this, or if a person is blind and somebody has to sign on their behalf, or they're swearing to the truthfulness that they're telling the truth. That's what you're signing and notarizing. That seal is very important. Be careful what you put that seal on, okay? Because the commissioner, the clerk's office, whoever, whatever official in your state that appointed you, you are held to a high level of integrity with where you put that seal, okay? So if it looks fake, false, made up, people might think that you notarizing it makes it legal. Boo. No, it does not. But if you're telling me that this is true, I'm putting it on my log, I'm covering my butt, the document looks real, I added my attachment to it, hey, that is what I'm affirming to. The legalities, I am not a lawyer. Again, I'm telling you I'm not a lawyer. That's why I say go check your state laws. Each state has its own laws. California is not the same as Tennessee, as Florida. Each state has their own set of rules. Get to know your state laws. That's very important. So that is pretty much it, my loves. I hope this helps between the difference between an acknowledgement and jurat. I know that people have talked about this, but I also wanted to talk about the legalities within you being a notary and what you're notarizing. That's why one of the disclaimers I do when I go notarize documents, and I let them know I'm not an attorney. I am a neutral party, independent from everybody. I'm just here to affirm that you are who you say you are, that I'm witnessing your signature, that I'm logging it in my notary log, and that you said that you're telling the truth and that nobody's forcing you to sign these documents. Period. With a DT at the end, exclamation point. I love you guys, and I hope this video resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and click like. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? Subscribe to Sign Notary Services. Hit that notification bell because I only post once a week. And I will see you on the other side in the next video. Bye for now.